All right, this lesson is called the vertical technique, and basically it's just a different way to think about a beat as you learn it from notation or tabs. A lot of times drummers will look at a beat horizontally. They'll say, okay, I'm going to look at the hi-hat part, and they'll say, all right, the hi-hat part is 8 notes. And then they'll say, all right, the snare drum part, I'm going to add that. All right, okay, and they go vertically. And maybe the bass drum, and they do it that way. What I'm going to introduce you to is a different way to look at it. Instead of horizontally, we're going to look at it vertically. All right? Now let's look at the beat called Dish. Okay? We're going to take each vertical part and look at it. Look at the very first beat. I notice that I have a hi-hat and I have a bass drum. So I'm going to play that first vertical part. Sweet. Incredibly easy. All right, the next vertical part, I have a hi-hat and a snare drum. The next vertical part, I have a bass drum. I could play the entire beat through slow and choppy just by looking at each vertical part. But you know what? I've coordinated it, and my hands are able to do it, and my feet are learning to work together with the beat, and that's the importance. When you learn something horizontally, you're just learning to do one part by itself, and then you try to add another part, and then you try to add another part. This way, you're playing the entire beat slowly, but you're coordinating it. Once you get it to a point where you can play it all the way through at a consistent tempo, all right, without speeding up, slowing down, or hesitations, then you want to start playing with the metronome. I'm going to start at, say, 40 beats per minute, and I'm going to get my geeky metronome going here.
1 E and
Thanks,
2
I like
E
it too.
And 3 E
Okay,
and
I'm going to play
4
along with
E
it.
And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4
Eventually.
E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E.
All right. Now, once you get it at a slow tempo and you can play it, you want to increase it. I'm going to increase it by 10 beats per minute each time. Now I'm at 50 beats per minute, and I'm going to try it and get comfortable at that tempo.
1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E.
All right, now I'm going to increase it by another 10.
4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E.
Okay, and you keep going until you get it to the actual tempo. I'm just going to skip it. All right, just remember when you do the vertical technique, you're taking each part by part, and at first you're going to play it choppy, all right? You're not going to have a perfect tempo. Once you get it at an even, consistent tempo, then you can break out the metronome, and you gradually increase your speed until you get it to a speed where you like it. And that's the vertical technique. Works with any beat, anytime. Hope you like it.